Okay guys, morning routine. So a lot of you have talked to me about this, and it's something that I've implemented quite a lot recently in terms of trying to optimize my morning routine, which will in turn make my day become more efficient and more optimized in itself. So theory behind this: over generations and due to genetics and all this good stuff, we have always, as humans, had a level of threat. Now, when you go to sleep, you obviously are unaware of the threat. So when you wake up, your brain switches on straight away and acts as a sponge. Now, that sponge has to take in its surroundings, it has to take in its situation, it has to take in the level of threat. Everything starts coming in, and for that first section of the day, that's going to set you up for however the rest of the day is going to go. For example, if you're under threat the first thing in the morning, your threat levels are likely to stay quite high throughout the rest of the day. If you're in a relaxed state and you're in a relaxed position first thing in the morning, guess what? The rest of the day sort of becomes that way as well. Now, what happens first thing in the morning? If you get up 5 minutes before work, you go, shit, I've got to get to work in the next 5 minutes. You start throwing your clothes on, you start stressing out, you start driving as fast as you can to work. Obviously the road rage starts kicking in. Suddenly all this sort of negative sort of stress starts building up. Guess what happens then? The rest of your day ends up pretty stressed, pretty rushed, and that level of sort of anxiety and threat remains quite high for the rest of the day. Now, again, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is go, right, I'm going to go on Facebook or social media or whatever else it is, and all you can see is people complaining and moaning and just giving you just negative shit for their opinions or whatever, then guess what? Again, threat level comes up, you're influenced by all this negativity, and then all of a sudden the rest of your day and the rest of your outlook on the day seems that way as well. Now, if you get up first thing in the morning, you get up an hour before you need to, you go downstairs, you have some water, you rehydrate, you maybe go for a walk, try and unwind, you listen to something positive or something influential or something motivational, like an audio book or a podcast, that is going to set you up for the rest of the day. Come home, write down whatever you need to do that day, plan it out as it needed, so therefore you feel confident going into the day when you get to work or when you start work, and therefore that has a knock-on effect throughout the rest of the day. You'll remain relaxed, you'll remain more focused, you'll remain more productive. And this will help massively when it comes to A, sorting out your nutrition, B, making sure you're staying hydrated, C, making sure you've got time to actually do a workout, and D, making sure your stress levels are reduced, so therefore your life is much more optimized. Now, if you've got any more questions on anything like this, or mindset, or any sort of issues that you may be having, or anything with the program, please feel free to give me a shout and I'll try and discuss it as best I can with you.